Hello everyone, this is JT from Seattle, Washington with my beloved 2003 Kawasaki ZX7R. Undergoing a little surgery right now, valve adjustment time. Just turned past 15,000 miles, and at this interval I knew I was going to have a couple tight valves. In fact, had 5 tight valves. Interestingly enough, all the intakes on 3 and 4 were below spec. One exhaust valve right up here, and I now know what numbers shims I need. More on that later. I wanted to make a video to show some of the high points as you go through all this disassembly. Removing the caps was an interesting process. First shout out goes to my wife Christy Lee for finding the perfect magnet. It's like a refrigerator magnet with a clip on it, and it works perfectly for pulling buckets, and hopefully you can see that here. It's a good grip on it. I've had this one out a few times now, so it's coming out quite easily. But they do pop out with a little bit of effort. Next high point I want to make here is on a couple of rings that live on the top of the bearing, and it's retained by the caps. Chain that in. 20 bolts. I blew up the torque sequence image about 135% and posted it right here conveniently on my windshield. Worked out really slick. This retaining ring could easily fall down into the chain tunnel if you're not really careful pulling those caps off. I was very fortunate, and both of mine were right there in the top of the bearings. Very easy to spot. Very critical part. There is no mention of it in the manual that I've downloaded off the internet. That would be the actual Kawasaki shop service manual. I just got the Haynes through the library system the other day. Still looking into that book. All my pin guides stayed right in place. I reseated them right away to make sure that they were all snug in there. All the oil pipes are there. Make sure all O-rings are intact. Small O-rings right here. Spark plug, pipe, tunnel, call it what you like. Those O-rings also critical. Want to make sure all that stuff's there. Got double protection tie on the cam chain. And second shout out would be to Mr. Borland, Dr. Borland. Helped me mark the timing chain, and cams will go exactly back in as they're supposed to. The ZX7, interestingly enough, is very user friendly in one regard. My chain, which I've checked numerous times in this process, is just laying very nicely right where it belongs. I don't know if you can see that. I hope so. Chain is on the lower sprocket and just sits there very comfortably. I marked with a piece of tape and a Sharpie right where the 19mm hex head is on the crankshaft, and of course your timing mark is there, and top dead center 1/4. There's a little tab behind the wheel there. The cast tab with the plated steel timing mark in front of it, and if those are lined up directly with each other, you're in good shape. And that's when you take the cams out.